And once again, just like my overhead press, going up about 5 pounds per week. So I'm gonna warm up pretty quick. And the way I'll do that is I'll just put a little bit more than half of the weight I intend to use on my top sets and warm up with that. And then I'll wait and get it rolling on the first set. I just lifted this and forgot to hit record, but what I was getting at in that whole video, I got my first set of 8 here, so thumbs up to me. Make sure just long-term for the gym, make short-term and long-term goals. And my long-term goals are what excite me, that make me want to do it. Something about them, like, they just kind of motivate you, It would be cool to do it, so you set the goal. I would think it'd be pretty cool to overhead press 275 for like 6, to Tbar Row 270, 6 plates, to barbell row 315 for reps. Set those little goals for yourself that are within reach, but they're kind of far enough away to where you got to focus on them long term. And then short term, keep your small goals that'll lead you to it. If I want to get to a 270 pound Tbar row, well, every week I need to get a little stronger so that way I can actually get there. That weight is like 35 pounds away from where I'm at right now. And at my current rate of progression, I've been adding like 5 pounds every other week. So before summer, I could possibly have 6 plates on here for reps. Small goals lead to big goals. Small steps lead to long runs. So I'm gonna keep getting stronger on this exercise, 1 rep at a time, 5 pounds at a time, and I will slowly get the 35 pounds extra on this bar until I'm T-bar rowing 6 plates for 8 reps. You really want to get strong. You need to eat a lot of protein and high quality food. So I tried doing the dumbbell row. Someone in my comments suggested they wanted me to get even more parallel to the floor. They didn't like the way I perform my dumbbell row. I get right about here on my dumbbell row, and they were suggesting I get to parallel. They want me to touch the floor with the dumbbell. I did try it. I hated it. It just didn't feel right. I was able to lift the same weight. It just didn't feel good. It felt like it was just in my trap. It wasn't in my lat anymore. Whereas here, when I do these rows, I feel them all in my lat. So, like I said in my other videos, it's okay to take suggestions and try them, but they're not always going to work for you. Copying someone's technique down to the very T is a good way to start and figure something out. But eventually, not everything that they do is going to work for you too. Everyone's body's so different. So try and, once again, find your own unique way of training. Just build it off of some of the basic stuff. That felt pretty good. All right, I'm gonna rest a minute, see if I can repeat that effort 2 more times. Set number 2, 1 minute later. I think I can still get 8 on these, honestly. This side, this arm that was posted, I was getting like a cramp in my trap, and I realized because my shoulder blade on my left side was flaring, it was making my trap engage. So I need to make sure I carry the weight of my legs. If I lean too much into the handle, I'll feel in my trap. This is here just to make sure I have balance and to keep me from changing my position, right? I can't sit up without taking my arm off. So as long as my arm stays here, I'm always gonna be in the same position. I might move a little bit, but it'll keep me from pulling back. And this exercise is very easy to cheat the movement. There's just so much going on. It's really easy to change things up on yourself. I am actually trying to touch the dumbbell to my stomach. That way I can make sure I get a full movement. It's easy to just start getting half reps. I want to make sure I get it all the way to the belly. And I have to turn the handle inward, internally rotate it. Otherwise, if I hold it straight, it'll start hitting my thigh and I'll have to pull it up here. So to keep my pull low towards the hip so I can use more lat, I internally rotate the dumbbell so it passes right by my thigh and I can keep my hand close to my hip. Rowing with a low elbow towards the waist, that's how you engage your lat. So I'm trying to get creative with these angles. So I stuffed you guys behind the dumbbell rack. I'm not sure if the angle is going to fit perfectly, but I just thought it'd look cool. I'm trying to see my back. No clue if it'll actually look as good as I think, but we'll see. Make sure I hike these pants up because remember kids, crack's illegal. So last week I did a lot of drop sets. This week I'm not doing any drop sets on this. Just gonna keep moving to the next exercise, save the energy so that my initial sets I can maintain effort. So usually I feel pretty beat up after doing a drop set on the Tbar Row. Not doing that, I came over here and I was able to lift a little bit heavier, which is a great way to increase my effort without having to increase my time on the sets. By doing more reps, we're taking longer. So if you are short of time, warm up and you can just go crazy heavy and that'll make up for having a shorter window of time to do your workout. So now it's 8:52. I got 30 minutes to shower and eat and get to church. So I'm gonna go right behind me over here to the lat pull down tower. I'm gonna put a narrow grip. I've told you guys before, I like the narrow grip or an underhand grip because both of them keep the elbows in. And when my elbows stay inside of my shoulder, I get way more lat engagement. Personally, that's what I feel. When I start to flare the elbows out on a traditional lat pull down, I do feel lats, but I feel it higher in my lats where my teres are in the armpit. I want my lats low and wide. So I like a lot of close grip pulling on pull downs, and I like lots of elbow tucking on my dumbbell and barbell rows as well. So you always see my elbows are in close to my sides. And when I flare my elbows, that's when I'm trying to target the upper back more. That's why Tbar Row, I can't tuck my elbows on it because it's fixed. So I get a lot of upper back engagement on the Tbar Row. Dumbbell row, I get lat pull down, the narrow grip, lat, and then cable pullover, more lat. I'll get my last upper back exercise this afternoon when I do reverse dumbbell flies to failure. And then I'll do my bicep curls at night too. Keeping the interest of time in mind, I am gonna do 3 sets to failure here with 1 minute rest. I got my digital clock there to keep an eye on my rest periods. And I don't really need the straps anymore. Let's see what I got. Coming up on my second set here. I think I got 14 on the first set, if I counted correctly. With 1 minute rest, I usually lose 3 reps. So I'm gonna do my best to try and get 11 or 12 reps here. Yeah, I only got 9. If I did any more, it would have been all biceps. I can just feel like I'm just yanking with the arms now. The lats are turning off. So next set, try not lose any more reps. That was a 5-rep drop, pretty steep. Third set. What do I got? I got left. All right, I'm gonna quickly set up the camera and do a cable pullover to finish it off. The clock just struck 9. I started around 8:36. So this is all working out pretty good. So on these, it's really easy for your arms to fatigue to get the weight down. So I will use a little English, a little body language to get extra negatives. Oh. Okay, down 20 pounds, 12. Let's see what I can get now. Oh, jeez. That's good. It means I'm hitting failure for real. Oh, all right. Oh, 3 sets to failure on the close grip pull down. 3 sets to failure with basically just drop sets on the pullovers. Yeah, it's a 9:02. Just under 30 minutes, 4 back exercises done, and I went heavier on all of them than I did last week. So there's no doubt in my mind I got better from this session, and the back pump's telling me I did as well. Ugh. It's impossible to get this off sometimes, it feels like. Oh. Ooh. That's it. Have a good day.